Thanks so much for joining us here on your Friday. This is the 208 on KTVB. What a week it's been as we celebrate 70 years. We'll get to more of that later in the program, but let's start with some of the news here. This week, we learned that Boise City Council will again be seeing a new face join their team shortly. Back on Tuesday, Boise City Council President Holli Woodings announced that she will be leaving 1 week from today, July 21st. It's a third departure Boise City Council has seen this year. Former council president Elaine Clegg, she left back in February to go work for Valley Regional Transit as their CEO, and former council member Lisa Sanchez, she vacated her seat back in January. Of note, we also know that council member Patrick Bajent says he will not be seeking re-election for the 23 election coming up. So a lot of change just this year so far, and we're only in July. But earlier today, I sat down with Boise Mayor Lauren McLean to talk about the departure of Woodings, what she means to the city, her work, and really everything she's done. We also chatted about looking forward and what it's been like working with new faces in recent months. Boise City Council will soon need a new president. Holli Woodings announced that she's set to relocate with her family to Washington, D.C. Her last day will be on July 21st.
It's a loss for the community, and personally, I'm really bummed that she's moving. She and her family are moving on. I've really enjoyed working with her well beyond our time together on council.
Boise Mayor Lauren McLean will appoint a replacement from District 5, where Woodings represents, to serve out the remainder of her term. McLean quickly acknowledged the challenge of replacing Woodings.
I was starting to think about all the positions that somebody needs to fill as Holli moves on, and she's been such a leader in this building itself, on the modern zoning code. She works closely with so many downtown Boise businesses as part of our DBA. She's on our urban renewal board. She works with the cities. There's quite a bit that she has done, but the council is up to the task, of course, of filling those roles, and she'll be missed. Her contribution is appreciated.
So what will McLean and City Council be looking for?
I'll be looking for someone like Holli that has demonstrated deep commitment to this community. Public service in all forms. They could have been involved in volunteer organizations and their PTO, maybe on a board or commission, and someone that demonstrates not only a deep desire and commitment for public service, but that same deep commitment to our city.
Woodings' departure follows former President Elaine Clegg and former council member Lisa Sanchez. McLean believes, despite the change in personnel, council has remained strong. She expects the same with whoever is the new face on council.
We have seen that in the last two appointments, how new council members have jumped right in and been actively involved on really big topics. There are many people in this community that have done that, whether it be on the Pathways Commission or Committee, our boards and commissions, and other volunteer opportunities that I expect they'll respond to this call and help us ensure that our city council remains reflective of this community.
Regardless of makeup this year, McLean says council has worked well together.
I see what you see, and that is that they're a group of folks that find common ground in their commitment to Boiseans and are more than willing to work together to meet the needs of the moment.
City Council is close to taking their summer recess. I asked Mayor McLean what the pulse on Boise is approaching that mark.
While there's a sense of, worry about what's next because we're growing, deep down what I hear from folks is that they know that together as Boiseans we'll come through this time as long as we roll up our sleeves, work really hard together, diligently focus on taking care of people.
Mayor McLean is looking for a replacement to serve until the end of the year, and in order to seek appointment for District 5, candidates must use the legal boundaries from the 2021 election map, and applications for the position, they must be submitted by 5 p.m. on August 1st. Earlier this year, you may remember on the 208, we featured Holli Woodings for a hat trick of public service. At one time, Woodings was serving as council president, a fill-in state lawmaker, and a fill-in City of Boise mayor. I asked her at the time what she learned about public service in Boise and in Idaho. Her answer now sounds like advice to whoever replaces her.
Every level, it's really the same thing. You need to be prepared. You need to do your reading beforehand, be prepared with questions that you want to ask. And I think above all, maintain a level of decorum and respect toward your fellow lawmakers and the people who show up to testify and share their concerns. And I think that that's the most important thing about it.